Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I thought we would do a little bit of an update video because I've gotten some questions that people are wondering about, and I just have some updates for you, so I wanted to do that. So we'll talk about some of those while having a beer because it is like almost 6 o'clock at night, so I don't want to drink coffee right now. But I'm going to have a Sam Adams 76. It is delicious, although I'm going to pour it into a mug because I don't like drinking out of cans. It gives me that metallic flavor. I don't like that. Okay, so we are going to pour the beer and then we will talk about the things. Okay, I'm gonna let this settle a little bit before I take a sip. But so a few things. I guess we can start with COVID and I guess how it's kind of affecting us here still. The girls are still doing the homeschooling thing. I think everybody in the country has pretty much said the rest of the school year is out. Same with us. But they are doing really good. They only have 3 weeks left, which is awesome. Actually, by the time this goes up, it'll probably be 2 weeks. So end of May basically is when they're done. And they are both doing really well. Kaylin's is a little bit more of a challenge. She's my 6th grader because her stuff is just harder and her core classes are very intense, and she's doing a program that the teachers don't have any control over. So it's not the teachers, teaching the lessons. It's a computerized thing, and they're just kind of like, here's what you got to do this week. Call me with questions, please. And I've even gotten emails from them saying, today's test was really hard. Here's some pointers. Here's some tips. Here's some, here's a little bit of a guided thing for you to kind of help out with the test. So they understand some of the stuff is a little bit harder than what they would be normally doing in the classroom with them. So they have been absolutely wonderful. Teachers are rocking it big time. And let's see, tomorrow we go and pick up Kaylin's stuff from her locker. They're doing like a drive-through thing. You get a designated time and they empty out lockers for you. So we're doing that. And then the week after that, Layla has her pickup as well. So, and again, it's a drive-through thing. You can't go into the buildings at all. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully we'll get everything back. If not, it's nothing that can't be replaced, so it's totally fine. I don't think they had any like really personal possessions. It's just all their school supplies. So that's happening. There are not a lot of cases around where I live, so that has been really nice. Things are starting to open back up very slowly, and we're just being cautious. I've seen a lot of people who are not, though. But we are staying home as much as possible. If we go to a store, we only go when we really need to, and we wear a mask. So that's what we're doing. I'm doing a lot of online shopping right now. Okay, what else? Our beaches are open. We have not done that yet. We will before we go. The girls really want to go to the beach. So sometime before we move, we will go to the beach, definitely. We're just kind of like, not yet. It just opened back up. We'll kind of like give it a little bit of time. Although, it'd be really great to go right now just because it's not crowded. Because this is kind of the peak time where tourists would be on their way in. And yeah, but we're not quite ready yet. So we're going to give it a little bit more time, maybe sometime in June. Well, definitely sometime in June. We will work on that. So yeah. Okay, so our move, we can talk about that. We've gotten a little bit more information on it. We were not affected by the military stop movement at all because my husband's next assignment is a school assignment. So that's not something that they push off. So even if this stop movement moved into when we were planning to leave, we would have an exemption basically because of that. So, and it's a school assignment that's long enough that you take your family with you. So we would have been able to go with him, no problem. But we finally have our dates kind of almost set in stone. It'll be within the first week of July is when we'll be packing up and heading out. We're actually currently trying to get it in as early in July as possible. My husband has to report on the 17th. So we need to have enough time to pack up, clean out our house, get the inspection done, and then, take 3 or 4 days and drive up to Rhode Island. So that'll take some time. and we're working with the moving company right now. We have our moving company. They've come in, like, inspected everything, and we're just working on finalizing the dates right now. So we're trying to get it as early in July as possible. But we're working on that and starting to think about the prep we need to do. We always purge our stuff before we move, and just kind of prepping some things, kind of protecting some things before they come in and start packing things up. We do that all the time. I do that with my scrapbook room. My husband is a pop collector, so he's going to protect all those before they come in. Stuff like that. We're thinking about things we need to sell. So yeah, all that's kind of starting to get into motion. And I kind of just realized, I was like, oh gosh, we have, less than 2 months now. Whew. But yeah, so move is still on. I've had some questions about that, but yeah, still on, all good. As of right now, the military stop movement ends at the end of June anyway, so we still fall outside of that. But if anything gets extended longer, we're still going to move. It's not anything that's really going to affect us. Other than that, I am trying to do some prep for my videos, for my channel, and I'm going to need your help because I'm probably going to be taking a lot of the rest of May and June to pre-film. So I want to have videos going up consistently while we are moving. And then after we get there and get settled and everything, I can start filming from there. But I want to ideally have videos posted, scheduled, going up through the end of July before we pack up and move. So that's a lot of prep work to do, but I can do it. It's not going to be a problem. Usually when I sit down and film, I film multiple videos at one time anyway, just because, it takes time and effort to get ready to film. So when I put makeup on and do my hair, I want to make it count. So I usually, I film multiple videos at once, and then I'm kind of prepped a little bit of ahead of time. So, I have already written down some ideas. We're going to have book lists going up still. And I have kind of figured out if I post 3 videos a week, which is my norm, then I will need to have this many videos going up in June and this many videos going up in July. And then that would be my 3 videos a week, basically. So I figured out how many videos I need. I just need to figure out what videos those are going to be. I have some ideas. I have written down a few ideas, but I need some more, basically. So anything that you guys can think of a topic that I could talk about, or a recommendation I can do for you, anything you've been wanting me to do, are there any tag videos or challenges you want me to do? Let me know. I just need something that, things that are going to be good that I can pre-film. I can film it now, and then it'll go up when I would like to plug it in. So, yeah, anything you guys want me to talk about. The one thing I do get asked a lot, and I'm going to do it, is thriller recommendations. Basically, I'm going to be comparing thrillers, like lighter thrillers versus the more dark and gory thrillers, kind of the differences and suggestions for both of those. So that's something I am going to be doing. I need to put some more thought into it though, but that will go up sometime here soon. So that's one that I definitely have on planned. I'll probably do that in June. And then I just need some more ideas. So if you guys could let me know anything you want to see, that would help me out a lot. And yeah, I'm going to be definitely planning to just film as much as I can and have things ready to go. And that even includes my reviews, because I want to do my arc reviews still, which means I need to read my June and July arcs way ahead of time so I can get those filmed by the end of June and, up and ready to go. So, whew, yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. It really is fine. I think I have, including May, I think I have 10 books total for review. So that's not too bad, right? Like I can do that. And then some of them are pretty short, so it'll be fine. I did take off a couple though that are I got them from NetGalley, and I requested them and got approved, versus what the publishers personally sent my way. So I had to kind of filter those out a little bit and just not worry about them right now, because it would be too overwhelming. So that is something that I did have to do. There are books I'm still excited about that are coming out. I'm just going to have to read them at a later time. So I think that was smart of me to kind of put those off a little bit because I don't have like a commitment for those. They're just, I got them on NetGalley and I was really happy and excited about them. But I need to concentrate on the ones that were personally sent to me from publishers that I have correspondence with, that type of thing. I do also plan to do some like goals check-in type things, which will go up more towards the end of June. So I want to give myself a little bit more time to work on those goals first before I film that. But that is something that will also, like, just a couple updates and things like that, that will definitely go up. But I'm definitely in kind of that planning mode of, I want to make sure my channel stays consistent while I'm moving. And I think that planning to come back in August from Rhode Island will be probably the more realistic thing. So hopefully it will all work out, but we should be in Rhode Island middle of July. And, we should, as of right now, everything's planned that we'll get our stuff pretty quickly. So should be good to go. I could give you an update on my school. So I get questions about school a lot if I ever mention it. I am in grad school right now to get a master's degree in library and information sciences. And I just finished a class and it was good. It was actually school administration for librarians. So I'm heavily considering working in a school. I'm thinking middle school. That's really something that I'm leaning towards right now. So I did that class. It was great. And it is done now. So I have one more class to take before I'm done with the program. I've already registered for it and I will be taking that in the fall. I thought about doing it over the summer, but it's just, we're going to be moving. It's going to be too much. So I'm going to finish it up in the fall. So I will graduate in November, either November or December, with my master's, and I'll be completely ready. I do not plan as of right now to work in Rhode Island because we're only going to be there for a year, maybe a year and a half. So if I do anything there, I'll probably just volunteer and maybe try to get some experience that way. I have really enjoyed working in the schools, in my daughter's schools, and that's kind of what's gotten me to maybe think about that. So maybe I can check with Kaylin's school when we get there and see if they need any volunteer. So that is something I'm going to take into heavy consideration. But I only have one more class and then I'm completely done, and I'm very excited about it. I've been doing it since 2017, so it's been a bit, but I really have enjoyed it and I feel like I've learned a lot. So, yeah, but one more class and I will be completely done and ready to hopefully get a job after Rhode Island. Like wherever we move after Rhode Island is where I'm going to plan to actually start like seeking a job and start putting in applications and trying to work in a library somewhere, whether it's a school or public, whatever is going to be available wherever we go. And we don't know where we're going to go yet. So we'll see. With his job and kind of the way that things are lined, like people are trying to line things up for him, we very well could come right back here, which would be ideal. Like we all kind of want that. We could also go back to New Mexico, like same base. So we'll see. And even if we do that, that's fine because we've lived there. We know the area, all that stuff. So that would be fine too, either one. Obviously I'd rather come back here because it's his home, but we'll see. Or they could throw something crazy in the loop and he does something else for a year. I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, basically. We won't know until, later on into our time in Rhode Island. But yeah, so they're really trying to set him up, though, that he's moving up the chain. And that would, definitely have him being like probably, hopefully coming back here. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's what's happening. I'm reading a lot. But with all this moving stuff really starting, like the ball starting to get rolling, now I'm kind of having, my brain is in other places right now. So I still need to try to concentrate on reading those. So, I would definitely have to start thinking about my priorities and what, the most important reads for me to do are, basically. So, for example, for May, I do have, my May arcs I still need to finish up. I also pulled things for like, the Literally Dead book club. Do I have to read that? No, I would like to, but it's not as big a priority as my review books. Any buddy reads that I schedule are definitely priorities. Speaking of that, I have one more buddy read I'm going to do I think maybe towards the end of May into June, I'm gonna read something with somebody, and then after that, I'm not gonna do any more buddy reads until after we're in Rhode Island, just because we're gonna get really busy. I'm not gonna have time. So just FYI. So if you guys ever ask me for, like, from here on out until we move, if you ask me for a buddy read, I'm going to say yes after I move, and I'll make a note. But yeah, so I'm just not going to have time, and I don't want to commit to something and then not be able to follow through on it, basically. And once we're moving, it's going to be a little crazy. So just FYI on that. But I do love buddy reading with you guys. So if you ever want to do a buddy read with me, don't hesitate to ask, because I will most likely take you up on it. I just won't be able to do any more until after August for sure. And what else? Is that it? Am I going to do a big book purge? No, I don't think so. I've already kind of done it. I purge regularly. I actually do. And I don't always film it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I've done a couple little unhauls here and there that I've shown you. And I don't plan on getting rid of a lot of books before we go. There might be a handful more, but nothing significant really. And it's funny because the mover came in and he was just taking inventory and kind of like, making sure they know how much we have and what they're going to need to bring and all that stuff, so they're prepared. And he was looking at my shelves and he was like, "You got a lot of books." I said, "I do." And he said, "That's actually really good because it doesn't take up a lot of room and they're really heavy, so it adds to our weight." I was like, "You're welcome." See, I'm doing a service for somebody else. Like, really. My husband did not see it the same way, but that's fine. I did. So I think, actually, while we're moving, like when we're in the process of it, definitely when we're in the car driving for probably 4 days up to Rhode Island, and while we're unpacking and while we're sorting through things and doing all that kind of stuff, I'm going to be listening to audiobooks, definitely. So if you guys have any good audiobook suggestions, let me know. I have some credits that I can use up. Let me know what some of your favorite audiobooks are. And I need to start thinking about that, because I would love to be able to have like a bunch of audiobooks kind of downloaded and ready to go while we're in the process of all this. And definitely, while we're unpacking up there and while we're driving, I will definitely be listening to audiobooks for sure. Definitely give me your audiobook suggestions. They are wonderful for when you're in the middle of a move, because I can just listen to things and do the things that I don't need my brain for. I guess, and last but not least, what am I currently reading? Okay, a few. Okay, Return of the King, which I'm working on very slowly, but I just want to finish it before the end of June, before we move. So that one, I am currently reading Empire of Storms with Lindsay by Sarah J. Maas. We are reading that one. That's book number 5 in the Throne of Glass series. I'm vlogging it, so that will be coming up soon. I am listening to In the Woods by Tana French. Not loving it. Not loving it. I think I just expected more from it. I don't know. Like, I like certain aspects of it, but it's almost, I almost don't want to read the series, like the entire series now. This is book number 1 in a series, and I have the first 5 books because I've heard such amazing things about it. And I'm like, but I'm not loving it. I'm not loving the narrator, but I don't think that's really why I'm not loving it. It's the story too. Like, I don't know. I feel like parts of it are good, but I don't know. I like the banter between our detective and his partner. I am liking that, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan, which really surprised me. I thought that was going to be like a 5-star read. Right now it's kind of like a 3. So I guess we'll see. I'm more than halfway through though. So I do plan to finish that up this week. But I'm not 100% sure I'm going to hang on to that series. I might unhaul it. I know, right? So I'm doing that. What else am I reading? A Good Marriage by Kimberly McCreight. That's my review book that I'm reading right now. Started out strong. I'm only like 25 pages in, so it's still very, very early. Hopefully by the time this goes up, I'll be like at least halfway through it. But I did really like the first 25 pages regardless. So that is going good. And I think that's all that I'm currently actively reading. I still have Priory of the Orange Tree on my currently reading because it's still sitting on my nightstand. I don't remember when I even put that down. Oh gosh. But I'm 200 pages into it. Like, I'm a quarter of the way into it already. So I do want to pick it back up and finish it again. I just don't think I'll be able to do it now because we're going to start getting super busy and I got to read all my review books and stuff. But maybe like after we move and get settled, that'll be what I pick up and finish. I do want to finish it. I did enjoy it. I don't know why I put it down and never picked it back up. I have no idea why. But yeah, so I don't know. And yeah, I think that's it. So I think that's all of the books that I'm currently reading actively. So, okay, well, I think that's it. I loved having a beer with you guys. Okay, so that's what has been going on with me. Please, please, please leave me some suggestions down below for videos you'd like to see because I really have to start thinking about pre-filming and sitting down once a week and filming a few videos at a time to start preparing for June and July. All right, that is it for me. I love you guys, and let me know if you guys have any questions, anything I didn't answer, or your suggestions. Please, definitely, I need them big time. Lindsay and I have been brainstorming a little bit, and she's kind of helped me come up with some ideas, but I need some more. So let me know. Hope you guys are safe and well, and I will see you again soon. Bye.